So listen, we're here again, another episode, and we are on the road to redemption. But as I mentioned kind of in the last video, and I know that does not look like Ron Killings, as I mentioned in the last video, we've had to move redemption pay-per-view. So there's going to be a number of powers before we get to redemption, purely because there's people who are not going to be available for the pay-per-view. We don't want the debacle of the previous one where we had to turn it into a two-night. So we just thought, okay, it's probably best for us to move pay-per-views to a Friday instead of having them on the Saturday or the Sunday. So we don't want to have that anymore. So we're going to have some additional power episodes before we get to the pay-per-view. So listen, welcome. I'm live on Twitch more time where I do play other games, Football Manager. I'm thinking of playing Total War, but we're here. And if you're enjoying the series, make sure you like. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comments, whether that's about this series, whether that's about TEW9 in general. I'm always happy to have a chat. I'm always happy to interact. Uh, and yeah, give me a shout. Okay, so let's get into the first episode of Power. So Shelton Benjamin versus Kevin Koo. He wins this match following interference from Reza, which goes into that tag team storyline. Shelton Benjamin with a 59, which is like his lowest rated in-ring performance so far. Kevin Koo with a 47. Match got the show off to a strong start. Segment rating 54. I'm happy with that. No complaints. Like, it's just good to have Shelton Benjamin on TV every week, putting in good in-ring performances. I think that's what gives the show, you know, um, an identity. You're always going to see technical masterclasses on NWA Power. Shelton Benjamin cuts a promo. He says, I spent my life mastering wrestling, NCAA amateur wrestling, 2 decades in this business. And I switch on NWA and hear everyone talking about Gresham and pure wrestling. Technical wrestling isn't a division, it isn't a championship, it isn't a set of rules. It's me. And 46 segment rating, crowd are hot and rising. And now we know why Shelton Benjamin has come to the NWA and why he attacked Jonathan Gresham. It's good that the beef was simmering, but we didn't know why he was here. We didn't know why he picked Gresham to go at, and now we've got the reason. Konami and Takumi Iroha brawl backstage. Segment rating 59. Storyline lost heat, but it's still a decent rating for a company of our size. And a 2-minute brawl, 2-minute segment. Yeah, I can't really complain too much about that. But that storyline will heat up. All our storylines are good, and in the sense that they've got good ratings, like in terms of number out of 100. So they're still going to be extremely hot, even though it's lost like some heat. So no concerns from me. And about that had great wrestling, a decent reaction from the crowd. Venny defeated Jessica Troy with a springboard crossbody. 50 and 51. I told you Jessica Troy would be better, get better than last time. Crowd rating 15. Because there's nothing behind this match in terms of story, but the wrestling carried it, and the segment rating got a 53, and the crowd are white hot. So yeah, it's just a pure good wrestling match from these two ladies. Definitely will be used in future. Ronda cuts a promo discussing recent events. She says that shouldn't distract people from the fact that she is the #1 contender. All these distractions have let Kenzie Page fade into the background, but I still remember. Kenzie Page shows up with Saraya. They both cut promos, and Kenzie tells Ronda to deal with her mess before coming for the queen of the NWA. 63 rating. Remember, Ronda won the Dusty Rhodes Classic Women's for a title shot at Kenzie Page, but she's been dealing with the Bunny and Maxi Impaler, which is why this has kind of not been so forthcoming. But as Kenzie said, you go and deal with all that stuff you got to deal with, and then you can come and give me a shout. So Kenzie being a classic heel and just getting out of defending her title, really. What can we say about this one? I mean, it's Ronhausen. Ronhausen go to a hockey game, segment rating 81's comedy gold, carrying the show. And yeah, what can we say? What can we say? It's quality. It's a cheat code, man. Ronhausen and Danhausen and Ron Killings together. It's just pure comedy gold. Segment rating 81, and yeah, I mean it's going to help with the final result. But I think this has been a really good show so far. I think we'll be fine. There's 270 people there as well, so I think that's a sellout. I'm not sure. But it's more than we had in the last 2 weeks. We had 250 in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, Ronhausen doing their thing again. And about that had good wrestling. The Coffee Brothers defeated the Bad News Boys, where Joe Coffey pinned Brandon Tate with a refill. You see what I've done there with the name of that special move. Um, so Mark Coffey, poor again. Joe Coffey carried it. The Tate brothers, I think, yeah, we're gonna get them out of here now. Andrew and the other one, and Tristan, we're gonna get them out of here. They're just terrible. 49 segment rating. The tag team bonus helped, but yeah, I don't think we've got any other use for them now. We've rebuilt the tag division, but I think now we're probably going to go and spend some money and rebuild it more. John Silver defeats Metalik, and this was a title eliminator match. So Metalik 61, John Silver 59, 64 segment rating, and Metalik was off his game as well. And this now gives John Silver, I was going to say John Cena. I was going to say that. It gives him a title shot against Metalik for the TV title, and that will happen. Redemption, baby, yeah. Next up, Breeze cuts a promo calling out Mustafa Ali for a rematch, and he says there's no issue. Saraya calls for Ricky Knight Jr. to be involved in a match for the title. Elliot comes out and says if there's a party, he wants in. So we're looking at a potential four-way for the national title, which, yeah, I mean, I'm all for. I'm all for. I'll be happy to see that one. And about that, superb wrestling. Fred Yehi defeated Blake Christian with a Koji clutch. Good performance from both of them, 52 and 53. The storyline advanced with this segment because remember, Blake Christian's tag team partner is AR Fox, and Fred Yehi's tag team partner is Michael Oku. And Michael Oku and AR Fox went at it last week. And I think AR Fox won his match. So, it's kind of 1-1 for the tag teams. Fred Yehi's getting better at his gimmick. And segment rating of 56. So good wrestling on display. Crowd enjoyed it. Wrestling rating was good. So I'm happy. And that's what I mean about the wrestling rating. If you're good in a ring, that will carry everything else. That will carry everything else. So we need to make sure that we've got very good wrestling products. Ronda Rousey, Masha Slamovich, and Rage Inc. defeated Max Impaler, the Bunny, Kenzie Page, and Shayna Baszler. And Killer Kelly pinned the Bunny with a super kick. Janai Kai was poor, but the segment rating got 59 in total. Bunny, Janai Kai, poor. Might have to do pre-show stuff for Janai. Killer Kelly, 53. Shayna Baszler was the best, 61. Kenzie Page was off her game. But it gets them all kind of involved. They're all kind of involved. The clenched fist stable, which is Masha Slamovich, the Rage Inc. girls of Janai Kai, Killer Kelly, and Dan Lambert. Showing their allegiance to each other, and we're kind of we've interwoven these storylines with Ronda, and the path to the champion kind of being blocked, people kind of just interfering. Killer Kelly's strong connection with young female demographic, and they really like to see her win. And also, it gets Killer Kelly on TV because after the Kenji Page stuff, I've not really been sure of what to do with her. I don't really have any plans for her whatsoever. As we get deeper into this save, I might end up getting a whiteboard and writing stuff down and being like, okay, maybe this is a good idea. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. And just making sure we've got routes for everybody. But everybody kind of takes their turn. They're getting their TV time. We up their popularity. And then can we try and give someone else a little bit of a push and whatnot? We're just trying to get everybody established. And everybody needs TV time. So this is good. 59 rated segment. I'm happy with how this match turned out. And the managers are doing what they're supposed to do, which is good. Ron Killings cuts a promo, and he seems more serious than normal. He didn't like Ace Austin's antics last week. Ace says he's nothing more than a joke, a laughing stock. No singles title since 2019 because we won't even get started on that 24/7 nonsense. And this belt means so much to you. Yet it's been 21 years since you last held it. You spent your life being a WWE joke. Ace and Ron stare each other down, but Maurice hits Ron with a low blow. Ace waits for Ron to get up so he can hit him with the title. Ace bolts as Danhausen and Colby Carino run down to the ring, and we are setting up for that match. Yep, Ron Killings has got he's got a hot catchphrase. The promo's 61 rated. The stuff after 51, segment rating 62, and we are building nicely up to redemption. Obviously, we've had to do a little bit of a swerve around because we're going to have more shows than we thought um, up to redemption. So we've had to think of ways to kind of extend the storylines a little bit, but we'll get there. I mean, this is good. We're seeing a serious side of Ron Killings and Ace cutting a promo and bringing in the things like, you've not held a title for how long? The 24/7 title. Let's not even talk about that. So yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. So I believe that's a show, and I'm hoping we get a good rating. Let's go. 67, increased our popularity in 18 regions. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Shelton Benjamin kind of ruined it. The Bad News Boys kind of ruined it. The Coffee Brothers, especially Mark, he's on thin ice. But we've been going strong since the pay-per-view, man, with these ratings, all in the 60s. Financially, how we doing? 12.5 grand, minor, because we're okay financially. So it's not really an issue. Um, Merchandise is still an issue because it's only the people who are on the show that can sell merch. You get allocated time to go and speak to the wrestlers and buy the merch. Similar to what they do at Pro Wrestling Eve, if you've ever been there. And I mean, sold more tickets, but I mean, it's a good rating. I mean, we got a bigger rating in the last Power. We got a 68. It didn't increase our popularity, so I don't know why. Maybe we've been, uh, you know, I guess screwed a little bit out of our popularity because we're just trying to make sure we get to that small size so things can be a lot easier from there. So let's see where we got on the popularity. 34. Good. So we've gone up to a 34, which is, look, if we get to a 35, we're going to be then classed as a small company. We're going up from tiny to small. And I mean, yeah, I mean, we're very close, very, very close. So I think because we've got more shows until we get to the pay-per-view, once we get that pay-per-view done, I think that's going to push us over the edge to get to that magic 35 and we'll reach that milestone. I mean, overall, it's a very good power. It's over 34,000 viewers, 270 in attendance. I think for Black Box, it's 275. So we'll five off of a sellout. And again, it's the Bad News Boys. We've got to get them off the show. We can't really have the Bunny wrestle anymore. We can't really have Kai really wrestle too much anymore, just because they kind of bring the rating down a little bit. But the segments, were fine because they was with other people who got good ratings. But I think this is a really good episode, and we've really been going strong. We're really, I'm really getting an idea and an understanding of kind of what really needs to happen to keep getting those 67 ratings now. So hopefully we just keep going, and in no time we're going to get to that 35. I mean, what we started in June, and it's now September, so it's literally 3 months, and we've got ourselves to a small size. So within a year, 100%, I think will definitely be medium if we keep going at this rate. Let's see where we are as far as redemption goes. Um, I mean, is there any other news we need to know about? No, but let's have a look at the event. As I said, redemption's in 12 days. Couple more powers before we get there. And it's currently, like I said, it was currently on a Sunday. I've not changed it, so we'll change it because looking at it, Fred, yeah, he's not going to be there. Kenzie Page isn't going to be there. We need Kenzie Page on the show. She's women's world champion. We need Fred Yehi as well. We can't have it on the Saturday because Chris Charlton won't be there, who's our commentator. AR Fox, Blake Christian will be out of the picture. It won't be available on a Friday either. Blake Christian won't anyway, and Dominic Garini. So was thinking, is it so we're gonna have to move it maybe to if we move it to next week, Friday, it's just Age Blanc and Sean Legacy that won't be there. And Age Blanc actually, yeah, he signed a contract with us and NXT. So Redemption is probably gonna have to be on the Friday, the 26th of September, because we've got a clear run there of availability. So we're gonna have to do one, two, three episodes of Power before we get to Redemption. So we'll make that change. So let's jump into another episode of Power. They are only an hour now because in order to renew our TV deals, they said they have to be an hour. So yeah, no more 2 hour shows. We open it up with Ron Housing, hot and rising straight away. The crowd love it. 76 rating and a show off to a strong start. So as soon as we've done that, I mean, if we start off with technical masterclasses and normally simmering, we've gone straight hot and rising, starting off with Ron Housing. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Now, I'm playing as Billy Corgan, so give myself some TV time. I acknowledge that Kenzie told Ronda to clean up her mess before she engages, but I'm thinking Kenzie's getting away with not resting at Redemption. So I say that will change. She'll have a match tonight, and if she doesn't win, she'll face that person again at Redemption. 52 segment rating, and Kenzie come across well. And yeah, Adam Priest defeats Joe Coffey. Adam Priest and Joe Coffey, 49 apiece, segment rating 52. I'm trying to find a partner for Adam Priest since we've got rid of his tag team partner. We released him. Um, so, yeah. But I'm looking at it now. I'm seeing 275 people at Boca Black Box, which is from the 5 people that we were missing last week. And it's definitely sold out tonight. So that's a positive. We've sold out. We've sold out. Kenzie Page drew with Layla Hirsch when the referee lost control and stopped the match. Layla Hirsch with a 44, Kenzie Page with 54. Crowd still very hot. Saraya did good work at ringside, 54 segment rating, and Kenzie Page will face Layla Hirsch since Kenzie Page did not beat her at Redemption for the NWA Women's World Championship. Layla Hirsch has been off TV for a little bit, um, since the start of the save, really. A brawl happened again between Jonathan Gresham and Shelton Benjamin. Segment rating 68. Storyline gain heat. It's on site with these two. As soon as they see each other, they're just on it. They're just on each other. So again, this is heating up, heating up, heating up. It's on site. It's real beef. It's real problems. Yeah. Then when I say, and I see you outside, we're on it, bro. Man's outside, innit? You get me? So yeah, Jonathan Gresham, Shelton Benjamin. And here we go. Takumi Aroha defeats Rachel Ellering with a triangle choke. Rachel Ellering making her debut. 35 performance. Iroha over 67, segment rating 60. I mean, this woman can wrestle a bloody broomstick, mate. And you know what I mean? She'll get a higher rating. She's just so quality in the ring with the top to upper popularity. She's in the 20s at the moment, the low 20s. But she's definitely a future champion in the NWA. 1,000,000%. King Kota defeated Shoko Nakajima, who makes a debut with a top rope splash, following a botched interference by Priscilla Kelly. She tried to get onto King Kota, but got the wrong person. Nakajima with a 47, initial rating of great. King Kota with a 57, segment rating 57. Nakajima was off her game, but he got the crowd buzzing. And yeah, is someone to just throw in there who we know can wrestle. And like I say, it's all about good wrestling. And King Kota with the win. Yeah, Melina warns John Silver not to get too comfortable or confident because Metalik will get redemption. Redemption. Segment rating 55. Metalik was very underwhelming. He didn't even have a speaking part. It was a non-speaking appearance. So I don't understand why. I don't understand why it's like he gets a down rating. Ace Austin defeats Age Blanc with an Aces high. I've put him in the ring with a champion, Age Blanc. It's his first match. He's got zero popularity in the US. So I just thought putting him in a ring with Ace Austin would be a good way of upping his popularity because I knew Ace Austin would do a good job. 62 rating is really good. The French door gimmick, initial rating are great. So it's done exactly what we wanted. I mean, the crowd weren't super into it, but the wrestling was good enough. And yeah, Ace Blanc's faced the world champion straight away in a non-title match, but got to show his skills. And 38, I'm sure he'll improve. Ron Killings comes out with Colby and Danhausen after Ace's win. Ace retreats. Ron says, look, I remember you saying about it being X amount of years. Don't let my past or my friendship with Danhausen confuse you. I'm the suntan Superman. I am Ron, the Truth Killings. If you don't respect me, I'll make you respect me. Ace Austin laughs and calls him a joke. Ron throws his mic and goes after Ace to be clotheslined by Big Damo, who wipes the floor with Danhausen and Colby. Big Damo clears house and is revealed as Ace Austin's enforcer. So Big Damo makes his debut. We'll change his gimmick because it's got an initial rating of poor. Segment rating 61. And Big Damo was debuted. Ace Austin has even the odds a little bit as he now has an enforcer. So Ace Austin is becoming a leader of a faction, potentially, which kind of legitimizes him as well. And we've got a rating of 67. Yep, show increased popularity in 18 regions. Nothing, no segments in the 40s. You know, everything was 52 and up. So that's really helped us, especially with it just being an hour. Financially, yeah, less than $9,000 loss. That's less than last week. So I'm happy with that. Which is why we've had to, bring it down to, bringing it down an hour has probably helped us massively. Popularity recap. Yeah, we're on our way to 35, man. We're really on our way. And yeah, that was a good show. That was a good. We've been on a really good run. So we're keeping it consistent, consistently good shows. And we're on our way. Just signed Aramis, known as Hologram in AEW, if you know. And we don't. I'll be happy to see him, with us. And yeah, listen, we've got a few more powers now. So, in the next episode, you'll probably get the 2 powers and the pay-per-view. And the viewership has gone up this week. Sellout, crowd. And I think the 1 hour show kind of suits us, I think it's good. And what we've been doing with our booking is we've been alternating storylines now because the show's only 1 hour. If you're gonna, for example, have Ronda Rousey in a feud with Max the Impaler, you'll see that on the last show, and you don't see it on this show. In this show, you'll see Gresham and Shelton Benjamin, but you might not see it on the next show. So you'll see these rivalries bi-weekly, so we can give everyone TV time and we can keep these storylines hot, and they're not forgotten about. Obviously, the champion Ace Austin is going to be on TV every single week because we're just treating him like the ace of the company. We're really just trying to build him up, build him up, build him up. Ron Housen are just gold, so you've got to have him on TV because they're involved with Ace Austin as well. And Gresham and Shelton. I mean, at the moment we're having them on. I mean, it's only like 1,100 to have them both there, so it's not too deep. But when Rousey's on 2,000 a week, it's a little bit difficult. But we've brought in an enforcer, Big Damo. Like I said, look at Ace Austin. He joined us in the low 20s. His popularity is heightening up, and I'm really excited for the future. So listen, the next episode, we'll get into the powers, and you'll definitely see pay-per-view. It's not on this episode. I'm sorry. You'll definitely see it on the next episode. Decent popularity, Damo. But yeah, so that was this episode. I wonder what Blanc got out of this. He had 0 popularity. Now he's got 5 to 7 across the regions. So our plan worked. Canada, Mexico, Japan as well. He had 0 everywhere apart from Europe and the British Isles. So yeah. So anyway, that has been the episode. Join us next time. Like, share, subscribe. And I hope you're enjoying the series. Any question, drop a comment. And you can find me on Twitch, Rebuilding the NWA. All right. Peace.
He's a learner, but he talking like he packs the burner in the field, wants to shoot. Thinks he's Lasse Schörner, but he ain't getting far. 4-5 G19, I have him in between sticks like Edwin van der Sar. Send his soul to Zanzibar, had the paramedics wrapping up his head like he'd up Panasar. You acting up, cause when I snatch on gloves, someone done pushed their luck. Wetting up the truck, no chance to put your windows up.